This is my BMW E92 320D. I bought this car with a massive problem: broken timing chains.
A few months ago, this car popped up for sale for 1,300 euros. And, well, I couldn't resist it. Then I pulled the engine out, replaced the timing chains, rod bearings, and reinstalled the overhauled engine head. But now it's finally time to see if this car will ever live again.
So today we need to put the rest of the things on this block, put this engine into the car, and hopefully drive it for the first time. Now these are the injectors. And I got them all tested and they all are perfect to use. Then the washers. Now the injector bracket is torqued to 26. Then the camshaft position sensor. Now on with this thing. As you guys probably saw, if you know what you're looking at, we can see that the clutch that I removed from the engine is bad. The flywheel is in a very bad state. This is the flywheel that we removed from the car. Now this is a dual mass flywheel, and you can see it's like moving on the inside. Now when you push it all the way to the side, it's supposed to jump back. But since this flywheel is bad, it doesn't. So that's why I picked up this. So a buddy of mine is parting out a N47 E90. He had this clutch and flywheel and everything laying, so I just picked it up from him. This is a used unit, but still a lot better than what was on the car. Now if I push it all the way to one side, you can see it jumps immediately back. So that's still in usable condition. It's clean, no all this stuff around. This one has this kind of grease around, and that's some kind of grease. Inside the flywheel there are some kind of bushings, and they're like grease bushings, absorb the vibration or stuff like that, and they will break and leak, and that's where all the stuff comes from. Because a new clutch is very expensive. That's really not the money I want to be spending on this engine right now. So that's why I'm lucky that I found this thing. It's like that. Now the torque is 120 Newton meters. Now the clutch and the pressure plate. This side it doesn't fit, it has to be this way. I do have this kind of Alibaba clutch centering kit. Let's see if it will work. So now the pressure plate. Okay. So the centering kit, centering tool doesn't work. Well, it would, but this thing doesn't fit the hole. Now it's as center as it's gonna get. These bolts are torqued to 26. I also do have the complete new clutch bearing, which feels perfect. Well, the used one. Then here we have the complete turbocharger, and I think these two bolts hold it. No, they don't. Or yes, they do. Now, as everything is still loose, we have space. Okay. Then I had forgot to install the crankshaft position sensor. Now I need to swap out this bearing. Ooh. Even though that also feels good. Move the jet ski. That's pretty damn low. How did I get it over now? Nicht gut. Ui. Guys, I forgot to put on the engine mount bracket. That took forever. Learn from my mistakes. Don't remove the engine without the gearbox. If it's manual, it's a complete chaos to put it back in because you need to align the shaft into the clutch. Luckily, I put it in the middle enough and it went on, but it took forever to line it up. If it's automatic, you can do it. It's not as bad. Manual, no freaking way. No way, bruv. So one engine mount is in. Yes. Now I should be able to put the engine mount screw in. Yes. Ay, my knees. Now I'm just torquing down the housing bolts, or tightening down, not torquing down. Okay, that's good. Then the starter bolts. I think as I'm still under here, I will actually put in the DPF because I had it removed. When I took it out, the flex joint crumbled completely, so I had to replace it. Now there is this little pipe, this one, and it sits in the block right there, so I need to put in now just so I don't forget it. And then I will probably start doing the whole fuel system. And probably, yeah, this thing clips onto it. Like that. Now this is the pipe that goes to the fuel supply. I think right now I'll put the AC compressor in place. I'm actually gonna put the rail on now. So then in like that. Then diesel return. So then this, and then put the grommet. Start with the cables. Okay, so this of course is here on the How do you now need to know where everything goes? Map sensor is here. I checked the manifold, there was no map sensor, so I got another one, but apparently it was here. So there was one open plug that I couldn't figure out where it goes. And then I forgot I don't have the cables for the glow plug. So then I took these, and apparently there's a plug that needs to be plugged in, and there is one connector left down there. So that is what it's for. So then I will plug in the glow plugs, glow plug relay I mean. Then I will take one of the connectors that is left and see if it will plug in. Plugged in, perfect. Then I can take the glow plugs, connect the glow plugs, then the holder bracket, then one more cable for the glow plugs. This is like the positive terminal, so you plug it in, and then it connects to the positive terminal on the alternator. Now everything downwards is in place and is plugged in as it should. This side we will leave alone for now. Then this side, yeah, so actually now as I still have place, I need to put on the heat shield for the manifold. I also tied the clamp for the DPF to the turbo down. Then this whole bracket. Okay, the injectors are tight. Now I guess we need to continue with the front part, and that is put the EGR on and connect all these cables. I'll put some silicone spray on this O-ring so it's slide on easier. The EGR to the manifold. And this is the turbo, or that's not the turbo. This is the turbo, the plug here, that's the MAF, and I'm guessing that goes on the manifold or something. Now this is the manifold. It was super dirty, so I pressure washed for a long time, and now it's basically as clean as it's gonna get. There is still some carbon buildup on the walls, but I just can't get rid of it. It's not possible. There are originally some swerve flaps in here. There is this little motor here, and it controls the way they close and open for basically better running. But they make such a minimal difference that many people just remove them. And the reason for that is they have a tendency of breaking, and if they break, they can fall into the engine, and then it can blow the engine up basically. There is a long shaft going through here, so you need to take some pliers and pull it out, and then all these flaps fall inside. Then you need to fish them out through this way, and that is what I did. And then you might be wondering, because there's a hole here right now, and to cover up this hole you need to buy special kit which consists of this. This thing is what will plug the hole. So you basically just put it in there like that. Then you take the motor, you remove this little thingy, so this motor still stays on and the car thinks that it's moving, but it's not doing anything. And now when you put the motor on, it's gonna press down towards this holder, and that's what's gonna hold it. There you go. Then I will plug in the servo flap motor. So then the alternator So then we can put on the charge pipe. Okay, that's on, that's on. Okay, so both of the charge pipes are on. Aye. Okay. Aye, coolant pipe leaking. Okay. Okay, so this was freaking confusing. So now the earbox. Ooh, that is full. New filter. Now, these pipes from BMW is like 30 euros for a little pipe. But they sell pretty good quality on AliExpress. I know you guys can hate me, but they are good quality and they will work just fine. And like this. Then the positive terminal onto the alternator. Now I filled up the oil. Apparently I wasn't filming, but 5W30, 5.2 liters. So now I did put the battery on charger like 2 hours ago, so I hope it's enough power.
I'm gonna say it right here, right now.
So now that's how many codes there is. Yep, I'm not even gonna read them, I'm just gonna delete all of them. Bleeding fuel system. Yep, I can hear it now. So this happens for 3 minutes. Okay, so it seems that it's stopped making the sound. Now that's gonna be interesting. Never mind, it doesn't turn on. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! There is no ground cable for the engine and the chassis. Crumbled completely and I forgot to put it on. I didn't buy it, so now I'm gonna run to the store. Here's the new ground cable. Put a little bit of this into air filter holding. So it seems that I did not get an engine cover when I bought this car. So that's pretty freaking annoying. I need to source that somewhere. So I cleaned up a bit, and moment of truth. Will this car drive? I mean, it started super nice though. It's moving! I mean, the clutch sounds and feels great though. Reverse? Yes! Runs very nice, smooth, very smooth. How it starts? Wow, it's been standing for a few weeks and it started just right up. There's like top mount sounds. It does run super good. I also got the engine cover from a guy that was selling it in parts. Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but okay, so it actually seems that the springs are broken. Nicht gut. So now this is what is happening. And the spring itself is completely loose. So we will need to repair that. And also here I have another light. We are missing a little module. Then here I have the complete bracket for the light with the washer system. So then here I have the broken light from the 335. Doesn't seem like it's in too good of a shape. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I will test it. It still says corner lights faulty in the iDrive. So I deleted the codes. So there's a code. Well, the brakes we know. Passenger side mirror for some reason. Then there's two. Communication with step motor controller on the left distributed. And then ALC system faulty. What is ALC? So after googling a bit, the step motor is the motor that controls the adaptive headlights. That means when you're driving and you turn the steering wheel left, the headlight itself moves to the left. And if you steer right, it moves to the right. So that's what adaptive headlights are. Now it's not working on this car right now, and that is because, well, the faulty module. This is the whole xenon control module itself, and the little thingy that sits here that we swapped over to this headlight is the step motor controller. And well, because that is faulty, it's not controlling the step motor correctly and it's not moving, and that's why it's not working. So I need to source another one of this. Right now there's no point to reinstall the headlight because we anyway need to remove it to change the little motor. Yeah, because that is how it looks. You can see clearly that it has water damage. So right now I can't really do anything because we can't reinstall the headlight. I need a little module, and I need to also buy the springs for the car so we can just swap them out. Springs. So usually I'm just able to So it seems I also need to undo this sway bar link. Whoa. Damn. So as we see, this thing is completely loose. Yeah, let's remove the whole thing when we need to change out the whole thing. Monroe. This is a new part. Now I will repeat the same on the other side. So now the strut pinch bolt, the bolt that holds the strut, 81 Newton meters. And the sway bar link to the strut is 58. So now everything is in. Time to put it down and see how much of a monster truck it's gonna be now. I hope not much. To the people wondering where I jack up my cars, on the subframe there's a little pad, there's a little hole. That's where the subframe is. Just like that. Oh no! Why is it so high? That looks like a monster truck. Still gonna fall down and seat itself, but I don't know. Well, there's no more sounds, at least, from the suspension. So that's always a good thing. The exhaust shield is a bit loose and is hitting right now, else it's running pretty good. Now that is gonna be it for this video. We got a fair amount of stuff done. The car is driving now, engine performing flawlessly, also no more sounds from the front suspension. Kind of a monster truck right now, but I really hope it's gonna seat itself with some time. We also need to put the summer tires in the rear, because in the back we have winter tires, in the front we have the summer ones. They're, well, better looking in my opinion. Next video, fix the light and over to the cosmetic stuff. And that is, well, the paint job, cleaning it and stuff like that. If you guys want to support this channel so we can go bigger and stronger, there's a Patreon in the description, so make sure to check that out. Thanks for watching this video and I hope to see you in the next one.